Welcome to the show where stories unfold.
Let's go.
People doing big things, breaking the mold. They're changing the game, making waves every day.
Big move.
Shining bright with the work that is right.
Shine on.
This is Breaking the Silence with Nicky
Nicole in the building.
Unleash your inner voice and make some
Turn
noise.
up. Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast with Arthur and Nicky Nicole. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell your cousin, tell your friend, tell your neighbor to come over here and break the silence with Arthur and Nicky Nicole. Welcome to another powerful episode. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the conversation.
Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who've had the most failures. J.K. Rowling's, who wrote Harry Potter, her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was finally published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." These people succeeded because they understood that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently the next time. So if you get into trouble, that doesn't mean you're a troublemaker. It means you need to try harder to act right. If you get a bad grade, that doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you need to spend more time studying. No one's born being good at all things. You become good at things through hard work.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is Transformation Thursday. I hope that y'all having a good day and you are owning your 24 like it's your last. So imagine this. You wake up, check your phone, you're strolling through those notifications. Maybe you hit snooze once or twice or 3 times if you're me. You go through the motions, you get ready, you show up, you do what's expected. But the whole time, there's this voice in the back of your mind whispering, there has to be more to this, right? You're not sad, but you're not fulfilled either. You're not failing, but you're not growing either. You got a list of goals, a list of dreams that you're trying to meet, but somehow life just keeps getting in the way. You know how life gets, right? But deep down, you know that you're capable of so much more, but you're not sure how to start or where to start. So if this hits home and it's you, then this episode is definitely for you. Hold on a second. Let's see who's in. Hey, sis. Hey, Hassan. How you doing? I'm doing well. Just making the best of this day. Thanks for the salutes. Thanks so much for tuning in and supporting me on this live. I'm trying to get, better at going live more often. I don't go live a lot. I used to go live a lot with my episodes, but now, I just kind of like shifted back a little bit. I was like, you know what? It's time for you to start interacting. It's time for you to start showing up for the people that support you more. So here I am, y'all. So I hope that y'all are having a great day. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another moment of motivation with Arthur, Nicky Nicole. It is Transformation Thursday, and today I want to speak to the version of you that's tired of feeling stuck. The version of you that's ready for so much more and deserves so much more, but just doesn't know where to start. This isn't just another motivational moment, with Arthur, Nicky Nicole. This is a mirror check. It's time for you to look in the mirror and figure out who you are and know who you are. This is a heart check. This is a reminder that transformation in your life is possible, but it's not passive. Growth doesn't happen by accident, right? It happens by decisions that you make every day over and over again. And I want to ask you a real question. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real today. Are you growing or are you just getting by? Are you growing or are you just getting by? I can be the first to admit. For a while, I was just getting by. I was just doing what was necessary. Going to work, making the money, coming home, cleaning, cooking, taking care of people, and not even taking care of myself. You understand what I'm saying? So I can be the first to admit that's what I was doing. So let's just keep it real. Life will keep us busy. Kids, husbands, wives, all the above, right? You'll just go through the day checking off boxes, keeping it together. Because especially if you're that strong person, you're that strong one, you're the one that always have to keep your mind and the wheels turning. You're just moving and you're not thinking about nothing. But you're thinking about what needs to get done, what needs to be done. But inside, you feel like you're just surviving. And if you've ever been there, let me tell you something. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just ready. You're ready to shift. You're tired of the BS. You're tired of the day-to-day motions of the same old stuff. And you're starting to feel like, you know what? I deserve better. I need a better life. I deserve a better life. I've been doing right all my life. Why am I still here? I've been treating people right all my life. Why am I still here? I've been doing everything that you wanted me to do, God. But why am I still here? You're tired of just settling. But you know what? You got to stop settling. You got to stop pretending that everything is fine. Everything is good enough. Because it's not. You got to start stepping into the person that you are. And stop just living life day to day as if it's just a part of the process, because it's not. It's not a part of your process. I remember when I had a moment myself like this. Like, I'm always the person that has to think on my feet 24/7. My mind has to always keep moving because I'm the one that has to make the most important decisions that can make me or break me, right? So when I looked in that mirror, and to be honest, me looking in the mirror wasn't something I like to do often because I didn't like the way I looked. So I didn't want to look in the mirror because all I saw was nothing but bad things. What you looking at, you know? So I didn't like looking in the mirror. But when I looked in the mirror and I realized I was unhappy, I wasn't moving the way I want to move, I was under living, that's when the light bulb went off. And that changed everything. When I say everything, everything. But life is like that. Life is like that. Sometimes, you know, you can be going through some motions and you're like, dang, I don't know how I came out of this. I don't know why I was in this storm to begin with. But sometimes we put ourselves in positions. We put ourselves in positions because we make the choices to be there. And then now we have to deal with the aftermath. We got to pick up the pieces and we got to put it back together. But that's okay, though. That's okay. But let's put a pin in it right now. I'm going to put a pin in it. Because another reason why I went live is also to announce the audience favorites, the top 5. And the winner of that category blew my mind. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm going to play a short snippet of the top 5. Check it out.
Don't let nobody in your ears. If you got a dream, you gotta chase it, be passionate about it, and have tunnel vision and just focus on your dream. Don't let nobody in your ears. If you got a dream, you got.
I was already like a music head, like a radio head. I knew every song that come on the radio. You know what I'm saying? My mom got to turn off the music because I'm always singing. I'm always dancing and going.
I would honestly prefer singles over everything, just because TikTok got everyone's attention span. So
don't think that you're gonna sell 10,000 copies. Don't think you're gonna come out and everybody that you know is gonna support you.
Well, Jeff Dees, I'm originally from Sampit, Georgetown, South Carolina, and raised in a big family of 6 us on the baby boy, and right now I'm located in the metro.
Congratulations to the top 5. The audience favorite is Colors the Network Man. Yes, Colors the Network Man. Y'all stay tuned for tomorrow. I will be announcing whoever won the Resilience Award, Resilience and Strength Award. So y'all make sure y'all cast y'all votes. I will make sure I put that link in the comments for you to grab it and go vote for your person of strength. The person that you feel like, you know what, man, they've been through a lot, but you know what, they came out on top. So make sure you cast your vote today. All right, so let's get back to it. Transformation starts the moment that you say, I deserve more. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. I'm willing to put in the work to get there. But here's the truth. There's the real truth in it, y'all. Growth is going to feel very uncomfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to do things that you normally wouldn't do. You have to step out on faith. You got to take risk. You have to get out of your comfort zone. It requires letting go of those familiar habits. It requires walking away from people who don't support your healing. And you know that is one of the hardest things to do, to walk away from people that do not support or align with what you're trying to do or where you're going in your life. But you have to. You have to for your peace. You have to for your life to move the way it needs to move. It requires making time for peace. Peace of mind is something that you should want to have. And I didn't know what that meant until I started getting a little bit older, right? Even when the world demands chaos, you still got to be able to stand in the mess. And it starts with just taking small steps. Nothing's going to be perfect. Slow progress is progress. So today, I want you to ask yourself, what am I doing today that feeds my future? What thoughts am I allowing that shape my identity? What version of myself am I committed to becoming? Because let me tell you something. Your future doesn't just show up. It's created by the choices that you make day in and day out. Every day you wake up, you have a choice to make. Every single day. And just like I talked to y'all the other day about the $24, think about that $24 as being the hours in your day. If you thought about your time the way that you think about money, you'll blow your own mind, because you're going to be careful about how you spend your time every day. 24 hours of a day. If you had to think about that as a survival tactic, how would you spend your 24 hours? If you knew by midnight there was going to be no rollovers now, no savings. You just got that 24 to deal with for the day. And you got to take that 24, you got to survive through the day. You got to eat. You got to pay your bills. You got whatever you need to do with that $24 that you're thinking about as 24 hours. You're going to think twice about the decisions you make, right? Of course you are. You're going to think twice about it. I'm not here to give you all the answers, and I don't have all the answers. I've been through a lot, got through a lot, still standing through a lot. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what these Jordans, these 5.5, 6 Jordans, kid size, go through. But I guarantee you, if you could fit the shoe, you still wouldn't be able to go through the things I've been through and the things that I go through. But life is filled with experiences and lessons. And a lot of us don't learn. A lot of us keep repeating the same thing over and over again. And then wonder why we're not evolving. Wonder why we're not getting to the next step. Wonder why everybody around us seem to be doing something. But you can't worry about the world around you. You got to worry about what's in front of you. You need to look in the mirror and say, hey, Nikki Nicole, what can you do better? What aren't you doing to get to the next level? All you need to be seeing and focusing on is yourself, your growth. You need to take yourself where you want to be in life. Not worry about other people. Their journey is different from your journey. They're never going to be able to match what you go through. You're not going to match what they go through. But I'm here today to remind you that you already have the power to walk into that door that you thought was locked, to walk into that door that closed behind you at one time. All you got to do is put your hand on the knob and open the door. That's it. That's it. The time is right now. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting. Because everybody can win. Everybody can get to the next level. Everybody can be that person they were born to be. Everybody was born with greatness within them already. But you had to know that you were great. If you don't know you're great, how you expect the world to know it? I know I'm great. Let me tell you something. It should be scary. Because when you start knowing who you are, the world should be shaking. You should be shaking the world, because now that you know who you are, ain't nobody going to be able to tell you differently, right? Nobody. It's time to stop playing with your greatness. It's time for you to step into that person that God said you were from the beginning. But you keep rewriting the narrative. You keep changing the narrative. You keep taking the wrong exit in your lives. Why? Why do you keep taking detours? You was there. Now you have to go all the way around again and learn through the lessons and the choices that you made. So let's do it right now. Not next month. Not when you have it all figured out, because you may not ever have it figured out. Today is the turning point if you choose it. So here's your challenge for today. Here's your challenge. Don't just listen to this episode. Okay? Don't just listen to this episode and move on with your day as if, nothing's going on. Take one step, just one, that your future self will thank you later for. Write it down. Speak it out loud. And act on it. Faith without works is dead. You got to start putting in the work. Transformation does not wait for the right moment or the perfect time. It begins with an intentional one. My sister loves that word. And more and more every day, I realize why she loves that word. You do have to be intentional in this lifetime with everything that you do. Everything that you do. And if nobody told you today, let me be the first person to tell you, you are allowed to grow. You are worthy of change. And your next level is already waiting on who? You. So now it's time for us to get to the business of growing, the business of winning, the business of being that person that we always knew we were, but we were scared to step out. Look at me. Look at me. I'm up here behind this mic talking to you, and I'm on one today. I'm on one today. I'm on the one where I'm going to motivate you whether you like it or not. It's time. Stop being scared. Fear held me back so long, man. Fear was sleeping in my bed. Fear was wearing my clothes. Fear was wearing my shoes. Fear was wearing my jewelry. Fear was taking showers with me. Fear was going everywhere I went. Fear was at the church with me. Fear was at the school with me. Fear was everywhere with me. Fear had done moved in my house. Every time I changed the address, fear forwarded its mail too. You cannot let fear stop you from doing anything that you want in your life. And I'm telling you right now, ain't nothing gonna stop me. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from getting where I'm going. The positive, the negative, you can say what you want or will about me. But I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody's past defines who they are. Nobody. Because people change every day. Even in a marriage, even in a relationship, people go through seasons in their lives. So don't let nobody tell you who you are. You know who you are. You've been with yourself all your life, right? So don't let nobody tell you who you are. When you go to bed at night, you see who. When you wake up in the morning, you see who. You. So don't let nobody tell you about you. Nobody. It's time for you to move accordingly. Stop allowing people to stop you. Stop allowing yourself to stop you. Because sometimes we let ourselves stop us. Sometimes we let ourselves get into our own heads. You got Nancy over here in this ear saying, you can't do it. You got Ray over here in this side saying, you better not do it. And then you got that full force in the middle saying, I know you can do it. You just got to step out on faith. But yet, you let those two influences influence your decision in your life. You let those two influences talk you out of being the person that you was already created to be. This story was already written before you even got here. But you're afraid to turn the pages. You're afraid to go to the next chapter. You're afraid to read the book all the way through and go through everything you need to go through. Just think about if you didn't go through anything, how would your life be? I'm glad that I went through the good. I'm glad that I went through the bad. I needed that salt and pepper mix. I needed that in my mixing bowl. I needed it. Those are the ingredients that made me who I am today. Because without it, I would have failed a long time ago. And I'll be the first to admit, I have fallen many, many times in my life. Many, countless times. But at the end of the day, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about the times that you get up, the times that you brush off your pants. It's about the times that you take that ointment, you take that Band-Aid and you put it on and apply it. And you allow it to heal over time. And then you jump right back up again and do it again. So just because you're failing at things in your life, just because things are not going good in your life, just because things are not going the way you wanted to go in your life, that's okay. It's a part of the process, and you have to trust the process. You have to trust that God is going to bring you out of anything that you go through. You got to trust that no matter what you go through, He got you. And believe me, that's hard. That's hard to just say, you know what, I'm going to stand back and I'm going to let God deal with this, and I'm going to have faith. And I know He's going to bring me out of this. That's hard. But it's worth it. And it's possible. So as you go through your day today, know that you matter, your voice matters, your life matters, and the door that you've been waiting on to open for you, it's unlocked. Just grab the knob and go through it. So until next time, y'all stay strong, stay inspired, and believe in the person that you're looking at every day. Later.
You're worth it. 3 words we have all heard at least 1,000 times, right? You're worth it. But do you really understand what that means? It's a beautiful reminder to us all that we have worth. You have reason and rarity. There is value in each and every one of us, including you. That is precious even on the days you might not feel it. You never depreciate in value. Those words are there to remind you. So to all those watching who feel like that or have ever felt like that, focus on what I'm about to say and repeat after me. I'm worth it. Okay? Maybe that felt great, or perhaps that felt weird. Let's go again. First, take a deep breath and let it out. Forget the naysayers and silence the critics, even if the harshest words are the ones you say to yourself. Do not doubt yourself, and this time speak it louder, really loud. I'm worth it. And the next time you hesitate before going after something you want, the next time you blush and brush off a compliment, the next time you doubt your place in the world, in the workplace, in your home, or in your own skin, say these words to yourself: I'm worth it. And I know you will always say it like you mean it. I'm worth it. Because you are. And always will be. Got that?